Hashem, tonight we're going to spend time speaking about, for a few minutes together, Akaras HaTayv, feeling thankfulness, feeling gratitude. The first gratitude is the Isha Torah band, so tremendously Moshe Nefesh to make music for the entire Jewish people. Very happy also to have Aryeh Yisrael here with us. A big simcha. Going inwards just a little bit. Leil Shishi. Let's all take a deep breath, breathing in. Just slowly breathing out. Coming back to your breath, slowly breathing in again, and breathing out. Just focusing on the breath, the sensation of the breath in your mouth, in your nostrils. Fills your chest. Feel where the breath is going. Allowing your shoulders to drop, your jawbone to relax and release, your lower back to become soft, to ease into the chair. Again, breathing in. Slowly breathing out. Kol neshama v'neshama, kol neshima v'neshima. Again, breathing in. All thoughts that come to you now, which are away from the breathing, just allow them to fade away. Remembering again to breathe. And it's Yisrael, it's a parsha of Balak, a Yar Balak. And Balak is going to find Bilam. The Mishnah says, our sages teach us an interesting thing. There's three things that make you a student of Avraham Avinu. And there's three things that make you a student of Bilam HaRasha. It would sound like Bilam also has students. It's almost as if there's two yeshivas. Either you come to Isha Torah, that's one option, the yeshiva of Avraham Avinu. Or there's another yeshiva called Bilam's Yeshiva. We won't name any names. Whatever that means, that horrible academy, that horrible place of Bilam. But he himself has students and he teaches people. And what are those signs? What are those Gimel Devarim? What are those signs to know? How do I know that I'm in the right place? How do I know that I've come to the yeshiva to be the Talmid of Avraham Avinu, from the students of Avraham? How do I know that that's my Rebbe? So the sages teach us, if you want to know who your Rebbe is, there's three things. If you have an ayin taiva, if you have a good eye, the ruach nemucha, you have a ruach, a spirit that's humble, and a nefesh shvala, you make your body into something that's very pashut. Don't make yourself into a big shot. These are the students of Avraham Avinu. But a person, chas v'shalom, was an ayin ra, a bad eye. It's a ruach gevroya, it's very, very haughty. In his nefesh, he makes himself into a big person, a big shot. So he's from the students of Bilam. So how do we know? How do we know that we have this ayin toiva, the good eye? You know, it says Bilam had one eye. He probably wore an eye patch. It was like a pirate. How do we know that we have the ayin toiva? The ayin toiva hu yivarach. How do we know that we have this good eye? We're the students of Avraham Avinu, we have the good eye. We want this good eye. And Bilam has the ayin hara, he's got the bad eye. We want this good eye. Chhaim, Chhaim. We want the ayin toiva. How do we get this good eye? So you ever have it that everything good is happening to you, but the only thing you can think about is just how crummy everything is? You've got all the good happening, everything is good in your life, everything good is happening, but for some reason we just find what's not right. You can walk into your house, you walk into your room, everything is great. You just happen to see that your roommate's sock is on your pillow, even though the entire room is totally fine and gewaldic, but just you put your sock on my pillow, bro. But did you even say thank you for all the other stuff that I did? And somehow we have a tendency. You ate so much food over the last 5 years in yeshiva, and for some reason you didn't get the extra piece of schnitzel. Oh, the food is cow, my good, the food. Even though you probably ate 5,000 pieces of schnitzel, but for one day there wasn't enough schnitzel. Oh, I can't believe there's never schnitzel. The ayin ra seems to find the little thing and say that that's everything. And what did Bilam do? Bilam had an amazing koyach. You know why Balak wanted to find Bilam? You guys know, right? Chazal teaches he was able to be machav in the shah. He knew exactly when, the one moment, that a Kadosh Baruch Hu gets Kaviyachol angry. Now, do you know how long that moment is? Anyone know exactly how long it is?
16 of a second.
It's 158,888 of a rega. So even if you tell me a rega is a minute, well, it's pretty small. Maybe a rega is a second. 158,888 of a second. Which means, how much of the day is Hashem not the kas? Anybody know? We'll do the math. A lot more than that 1 second. But for some reason, Bilam's inyan was to find that second, not even a second, and said, oh, that's my whole thing. My whole philosophy revolves around that second. That 1 second where everything is not good. Everything is horrible. Everything is not what I want it to be. Everything is terrible. You know what's amazing? On that day that Bilam was going to try to curse the Jewish people, Hashem didn't even get the cast. Even that 158,888 of a second, Hashem wasn't the cast. And cast just means din. In the highest places, that's the biggest chesed. To such a degree that at the end, what did Bilam say to Klal Yisrael? Lo hibit avim b'yakov. That Hashem never, ever, ever even has that 1 second that he's upset. Bilam's bracha is a recognition that there's never a kas against the Jewish people, against the world, chas v'shalom. Avraham Avinu is always looking for the toiv. He's focusing on the ayin toiv. He's focusing on the good. I heard from Tzvi Meyer Zuberberg that he was speaking to a Jew 45 years ago. And this was a Yid who lived in Russia 45 years ago. He lived in Russia more than 45 years ago. He was an old man at that time. And he said that he sent a letter to the Rebbe Riyatz, who was the sixth Chabad Rebbe. And the letter read like this. He said, Rebbe, I want you to know that there's tremendous difficulties in my house. I have a very big family. And finances are very, very tight. I can't pay for anything. Food is in tremendous shortage. It's a terrible situation. Help. Rebbe, help. And of course, the Rebbe Riyatz wrote back and he said, I want to thank you so much for such a wonderful letter of so many Besuras Tovos, that you just told me such good news. And the Rebbe said, first of all, I want to say thank you for giving me the good news that you're alive. You know, it's been some years. I hadn't heard where you were. I didn't even know you were alive. I'm so happy to know, you know, in that time in Russia, it wasn't even so simple just to stay alive. I'm so happy that you're still alive, that you passed that on to me. Baruch Hashem. And secondly, I want to thank you for the wonderful Besura Tova that you got married. I didn't know that. I thought maybe you were going to be an older man and not find your wife. But Baruch Hashem, I see that you were able to build a family. And thirdly, I want to thank you that I see that you were able to bear a child. I'm so thankful to build a bias, to become a father. And fourthly, not only one child, but you were able to bear many children. It sounds like from your letter that you have quite a Leibedika household. So I want to thank you for all this wonderful good news that you sent me in your letter. And of course, at the end, the Rebbe said, and if you start thinking like this, and saying thank you for all the good things, don't worry, your parnasa problems are going to fix as well. And Kacham. And this year told Rabbi Meyer what happened, and the bracha that he was able to receive. From looking for the good, from the Ayin Tova, looking for the good in another Yid, looking for the good in ourselves, looking for the good in the world right now, looking for the good in each other, looking for the good of a few Jews who just want to sit together over a little bit of fleishiks, a few candles, some beautiful music. Just sounds like a Philharmonic orchestra from here. The sound okay on your side, Chevron? You getting it a little bit? We'll try and get some high-tech Bose setup next time. We'll do what we can. To pick up on the nuances of what this musical chevra is doing is just phenomenal. And to look for the taiv, husbands to see the taiv in their wives, wives to see the taiv in their husbands, parents to children. I was speaking to a parent. He said to me, I'm just so sick and tired of yelling at my kids. I seem to just always tell them, no, stop it. You can't do that. I'm just so tired of it. And I said, I hear that, I was thinking to myself, maybe I need to work on that also. The Baal Shem Tov said, anytime that someone says something to you, it means that the sun part, even if you just heard something. That's why the tzaddikim, they would never even see Chilul Shabbos. They saw Karan Shabbos, they would yell out Mazel Tov, because obviously there was someone going to the hospital to give birth. They couldn't see a Chilul Shabbos because they didn't have that inside of them. So if anything that we hear, this person's telling you about yelling at their kids, I'm thinking, so we have a beautiful thing that we try to give our kids mitzvah notes. You know, mitzvah note means, let's just say how good you've been. And Baruch Hashem, at my house on Shabbos day, we have something called grape juice l'chaims. Contrary to popular belief, Jews are not supposed to be big drinkers. I don't know where people got that from. It's not our way. Be'emes, I'm not joking. It's really... Chhaim. I want to notice how much alcohol was actually in this cup. You know, they say, I want like 3 fingers. That's a whole Goyish thing anyways. I think I can give you fingernails. And how many fingernails going this way would you like? That's more appropriate. So we have little grape juice l'chaims. And we go around, and you can only take a sip of your grapefruit l'chaim if you say something nice that somebody did in the house that week, something that you just saw. So my kids are like, I don't want to say Ima, she did all the cooking for Shabbos. She's like, you always say that one. Or when the kids did something that was so sweet, they helped her, they got the sippy cup or something, starting to focus on just seeing good and accustoming ourselves. This is, of course, all Reish Pei Beis and Rav Nachman. To be from the Talmidim of Avraham Avinu. And this is a moon, and there's so much to say, but really, I want the main course of tonight, which of course is Rabbi Dovber, who's here now. So we're going to sing one more niggin, and then we'll transition deeper into the meditation. Here we go.